Hey, this is George Valdez, the ShoeDog Guru. That's right. And you're here on what? ShoeDog TV. That's right, ShoeDog TV. And the show that's specifically designed and made just for you, the footwear retailer. Yes, the independent footwear retailer, where I'm going to share strategies on marketing, new strategies on marketing and sales and tactics and techniques to what? To put more money in your cash register, where you'll hear it going, what? Ka-ching, ka-ching. That's right, because it's all that matters is putting more money in that bank bag, so that way you're able to take it to the bank and you make more profits. That's right. More profits. It's more money. Right. Okay, today what we're going to talk about is one thing. Last episode, we're talking about what? The first number one thing that most footwear retailers want in their store, right? And that was what? New customers, new customer acquisition, creating new customers, bringing them into your store. But now it's the second. I always say there's only 3 ways to build a successful footwear retail business, and it's true. And that's in any business. But the number one way is what? Is to acquire new customers. That's the number one first. Acquire new customers, create new customers, bring them in, and then now it's the next one, and that's what we'll be talking about, the number 2. And then I'm going to talk about what? My Guerrilla Marketing Minute. It's my new segment, the Guerrilla Marketing Minute, talking about new little marketing strategies that either you might be using or you forgot to use or that you need to use in order to drive more traffic into your store and build more sales and maximize sales. So let's just go into it for a minute. Let's talk about what? The new thing that you need to do in order to increase your business. Well, here's the real thing. Most retailers want one thing, and that's more customers. But the most important, once you get that customer in and you get that information, you acquire that information, that customer information to get their list, you need your staff to do one thing. You need your staff, your salespeople, anyone that's working in your store to do one thing. And that's the number 2 thing, the number 2 way to creating a successful business, footwear business. And that is what? Increasing or maximizing the transaction. That's right. You need to maximize each transaction. How do you do that, George? How do you do that? Well, guess what? You need to train. Bottom line, you need to have expectations, whether it's your accessories or your any type of accessories, handbags, socks, doesn't matter. You need to have expectations and goals that your salespeople need to do, because once your customer comes in, guess what, guys? If you're like me, I can walk into any shoe store right now, and I can tell you right now, the chances are is one thing. I can walk in, and guess what? The number one thing, a phrase that I'll hear that most staff will ever say to me, or a manager or an owner will say, "Hi, can I help you?" That sucks. Did you hear that? That horn? That means that sucks. That's right. That sucks for the one reason only, because everyone asks that, "Can I help you?" You know what? Why can't you be different? Try to ask me something else. Ask, "How was my day?" Ask, "Hey, did you see that game last night?" Hey, did you love my shoes? That you love my hat? That you love my shirt? Anything except, "Can I help you?" But also, when I walk into your store, or a customer or client walks into your store, what you need to do is do one thing. You need to treat your store like a museum. That's all we say, a museum. Why? You need to be a guide. You need to guide that client around your store and talk about the different products and services that you offer, whether it's the new Manolo that you just got in, or the new Jordan, or, you know what, some new footwear, some new clogs, some new styles, some new colors, or a new brand. It doesn't matter. Maybe it's that little machine that measures your feet, or the weight of your foot, or where you put in a lot of pressure to offer new footbeds or orthotics into that particular person's footwear. Anything, whether it's new socks, new handbags, new jewelry, it doesn't matter. Guide them around the store. Treat it like a museum. Show and tell. Show and tell. Be proud of your store. Have your salespeople be proud of your store. Make it exciting. Create an experience. That's what you need to do as an owner or salesperson, or your salespeople in that store. Now look, I can walk into a store and they always treat me this day. I'm talking about 9 times out of 10, they treat me just like any other customer walking in. That's the problem. I'm not just any other customer. And no customer, no person thinks of themselves as any other customer. We want to be taken care of. We want to be excited. We want somebody to be enthusiastic and smiling when they see me, when they see us walk into their store. But you don't do that. Your salespeople normally don't do that. So I have to say say this, you know what? You need to create an experience. And then once they get me there, it's what? When I'm asking for a shoe and they measure my feet, I hope you're measuring people's feet. But guess what? When they bring me out a shoe or that shoe box, you know what? I want them to take care of me and guide me and tell me about that shoe, caress it and give me that information, how it's made, give them those features and benefits. You know, make me say, wow, make me excited to have that shoe on my feet. Now, let me explain something about that too. Because while your customer is seated on that fitting stool or whatever the thing is, or that fitting bench, bottom line is you need to do one thing. You need to show me other things. It's adding on. Talk about, you know what, some new socks that you just got in, a new hat that you just got in. Hey, new jewelry, the new handbag, the new, let's say a shirt that matches that, a blouse, anything. Your job is to maximize that transaction. Hey, just a 10% increase in that transaction can do wonders for your business, for the profit in your business. Hey, I got to tell you this. Everyone is a salesperson in your store. You don't need another clerk in your business. We don't even need another clerk in retail. I hate clerks. Why? Because you know what? They just steal dollars. They're stealing your time. They're just standing behind the counter and ringing up things, ringing up your products, saying next, ringing it up. Next, ringing it up. Next, they don't even look you in the eye. They don't care to help you. But true salespeople, true owners of their business that control their business and the sales process, guess what? They know that it's almost like a script. It's a choreography on how they dance with that customer, how they smooth that customer, how they talk to that customer. And I can guarantee you right now, it's part about building relationships, because when they trust you, you just add on. They'll add on a pair of socks, add on a shoe tree, some shoe polish. Here's a lot of things you can do, whether it's accessories, socks, shoe trees, shoe polish, handbags, jewelry, clothing. You have to have other things in your store to add on. Trust me, the only reason people don't buy that stuff or that extra accessory or that add-on product is because you didn't offer it. Now, here's the thing about this too. Your cashiers, anyone that's ringing up, if you have cashiers in your store, you know what? That is the last salesperson. That is the last sales part of that sales process in your store, that direct sales process in your store, that they're going to have that touch, that last touch. That means that once your customer gets to that cash register, that POS station, guess what? That cashier needs to say, do one thing. Hey, have you tried this? Hey, I highly recommend this particular polish for your shoes. Hey, have you looked at this new jewelry that we have? It's great. Hey, look at this stuff on sale over here. Did you see this on sale? Hey, did you try these new socks on sale? Anything. It doesn't matter. Your cashier register needs to be an adding on machine. They need to add on, and build. Why? Because it's maximizing the transaction. Guys, if you just rely on that person, that client to come in and just buy a pair of shoes and think you're going to make a big profit off of that, you're wrong. Someone should slap you in the face. Why? Because it's about maximizing each transaction to make more money, to put more money in your register. That way, what? You put more money in the bank bag, take it to the bank, and that builds at your bottom line at the end of the month. What? That's more profit in your what? Pocket. That's right. So remember, the number two way to make a successful footwear retail business is what? Maximizing each transaction. It's very important. Now, let's go into what? The Guerrilla Marketing Minute. Let's see